Bill Chappelle that we all knew and loved as a person. My favorite thing about Bill was that he was a big man with a big voice. And if you didn't know him, you could be very intimidated by him. Bill and I had a friendship, which was, I'm sure, like many of you. That is to say, you would solve the problems of the world every Saturday morning on the streets downtown of Yellow Springs. If I saw Bill coming from a distance, I knew that there would be about a 45-minute delay to my activities. And I actually really looked forward to it. And we would stand in one place, probably in front of Lettrel's, which became Weaver's, which became Tom's. And we would stand there and we would talk about absolutely anything and everything. We solved most of the problems of the world. And then suddenly we would shift to something else totally unrelated. I looked forward to those visits unless I was in a hurry. If I was in a hurry and I saw this gentleman coming down the street on the same side that I was on, I would quickly cross the street and duck down the alley by the newspaper and absolutely not feel any guilt, because I knew there was no way I would make my next engagement on time. I think I'll tell you one very short story that will probably sum up my memories and also help things move along time-wise. My husband and I had 4 children, and one of them's name was Arthur. Arthur was a very quiet person. He kept things to himself. He never really let us know what was going on in his life, and that was okay. I understood that boys tend to do that more than girls. Girls tell you much more than you ever want to know. So one day, Arthur came to his father and me with the news that we had to pay a bill. And the bill was Bill Chappelle. And I said, I don't owe Bill any money. He said, well, actually, you do. I've been taking voice lessons with Bill for about 3 months. And Bill kind of suggested that maybe it was time, Arthur paid for some of his lessons. And what was so funny about it to us was that we had no idea that our son could sing. And he ended up getting a scholarship to college on voice and violin. And Bill and I always laughed about the fact that he assumed we knew, and Arthur knew very well that we didn't know, and that I would be very embarrassed. But between Bill and us was a friendship that took that in light, and everything was okay after that. So I would just like to say, to me, Bill represented the best of friendship. And I was so happy to know him and to be a part of his life and now his family's life. Thank you.